My name is Richard Zimmerman, and I am at the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. The piece of artwork that I'm going to discuss for my Art You Can See in a Day project is one done by Gilbert Stuart, George Washington, the Constable Hamilton portrait. In 2009, Alice Walton, who helped start the Crystal Bridges Museum, and the daughter to Walmart founder Sam Walton, purchased this painting at an auction from the New York Public Library for $8.1 million. This painting, I believe, is one of the most important pieces of artwork in the Colonial Arts collection of Crystal Bridges.
The history of this painting goes way back, and it started when Gilbert Stuart was fortunate enough to paint Washington on a few occasions in the 1790s, producing over 100 images of Washington. Stuart created three distinct portrait types for the first president of the United States: Vaughan, showing the right side of Washington's face, the Athenaeum, showing the left side of his face, and the Lansdowne, full length, showing the left side of his face. The painting here in Crystal Bridges is a derivation of the original Lansdowne version located in the National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. In 1797, the derivation Lansdowne version was painted. Stuart was commissioned by a merchant named William Caron Constable to paint this portrait. Constable gave this artwork to his friend Alexander Hamilton, who was the first Secretary of the Treasury during Washington's presidency, wrote the Jay Treaty that ended the Revolutionary War, and made peace with Great Britain in 1794. Stuart's painting of Washington is extremely realistic and can fit under the art history mythology of iconology. This painting does not really have a true plane or form of any kind of balance. The colors he used created a darkened atmosphere, but he uses brighter colors to highlight Washington's face and hair. The portrait shows the two different leading styles of Washington, as an army general and as the leader of a nation. Stuart depicts Washington in his military form by showing the general holding a sword and a signed document, suggesting a peaceful end to war. Stuart also shows Washington in his politician form by showing the president sitting in a chair with the seal of the United States. The background of the sea with ships, which also help create depth in the painting, shows two things: America's commercial interests and Washington's interest in maintaining trade with Great Britain. Surprisingly, Stuart was not an apprentice to any kind of art master. However, Stuart did briefly spend a few years studying in London, England, along with American painter Benjamin West, which would put Stuart in the Rococo art movement of the 18th century. However, Stuart could also fit in the neoclassic period of the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Stuart's art pieces really had no similarities to other artists' paintings during this time, mostly because he crafted his own way of painting beautiful art. The one thing that Stuart was incredible at doing was how he produced flesh tones. Stuart would use every color available to him, but he did not mix the colors together. He wanted to see each color shine through each layer of skin, making it appear transparent, as you can see on Washington's face. I chose this piece of art simply because of how beautiful it is and how important it is in American history. It is a piece of art that shows George Washington as the powerful, strong, and influential leader of early American history. I also like the realistic quality of the portrait. Stuart painted Washington pretty much exactly how he actually looked. I was also intrigued that the facial images of Washington in Stuart's paintings are used on America's $1 bill. If that tells you anything, having your painting on currency would be considered a job well done.